furthest away here from the
But
flight path.
Hatin
So
secret likes to drop there.
yeah,
By the way.
that's pretty much their territory here. They might actually go for a stretch drop instead of a hard drop looking for vehicles, considering that Sandhawk is kind of hard and small to look for those vehicles here. So traveling may be a little bit risky here, but from time to time again, we do see Golden Cat and Purple would do those kind of strategies here, where they actually loot up for the first 1.5 minutes here, take a vehicle and just rotate, which happened in yesterday's game though.
Looking at the current state, this is a very nice, beautiful circle. Look at that. Everybody's actually in the safe zone. And the quarry, will it be at the ending there? Because quarry will be very, very sneaky player.
Yeah, we've talked about how hard is it to fight in the quarry vicinity as well. The mountain terrains here, if you drop down into the quarry here, it's pretty much a kill box for all these teams to actually slide you off. And it's pretty much a choke point for all these teams. But at the same time here, I'm a little bit worried here not as much as yesterday's games, because this is there's more land here compared to previous games here, and yesterday's games it was just brutal because it pushed everyone far north. But Illuminator Murder will be taking Paradise Resort for themselves here, so they have the easiest rotation path out of everyone because it's dead center here. Same goes for Bootcamp, but Bigatron, I'm a little bit concerned though.
Do you even remember this one point where from all the Bootcamp up to, where was it again? They shot a very long shot. I think it was VIP.
Oh yeah, it was VIP taking a shot.
It was shooting from Bootcamp up to Tambang or Ruins, is it? It's a very, very long shot.
Oh yeah, across the water, right?
Exactly, it was crazy. These guys are amazing when it comes to long shots, but close range combat, their selected teams are really good at it. One of it will be Illuminate. By the current state, Illuminate is not doing well in this tournament. Probably they're going to step up the game for the day 2 today.
Yeah, they look kind of down as well from just now, but yesterday, Mantoy was feeling a little bit low and couldn't have a proper conversation. But today, he seems better now, and hopefully they'll be able to reset here coming from Illuminator Murders fans. And wow, they, I don't know, I had a conversation with them a little bit here. They felt that they were a little bit sad because they felt like they let down the fans here.
Oh, it's just day 2. You can catch up anytime because we're starting out from 0 again. Looking at Team Secret, I think they're around Halton doing great. Nobody's contesting. We won't be looking at any wars in the first 2 circle. Probably around the 4th circle or the 3rd one, everybody gonna go super aggressive. That's what it has been for the yesterday's match.
Bottom side of the leaderboard as well is kind of hard for all these teams to actually catch up here, but top 10 definitely stands a chance here. But anything can happen here because at this stage of the game here, I don't know, some unexpected things might actually happen. Bottom teams are definitely going to be a little bit more aggressive than usual. So I'm expecting a little bit more gunfights early on, especially in the map of Sandhawk.
Well, it's a very small map, one of the smallest there is, so probably they're going to bump into each other very soon. By the current time being, everybody's being super, super safe. It's going to be the biggest momentum there is if you win the first game. And the morale boost will be a lot for most of the team. But if you're not doing great and the first one to be out and not getting any kills at all or any certain points, it's going to be a really, really demoralized day for you.
Exactly here. And speaking of which here, Box, they are going to be rotating a little bit far off here as they are split off in terms of their forces here, looting up a little bit more and then regrouping in potentially when the first circle moves here. And speaking of which here, the first circle is going to be starting to move right now. Narrow Gaming just exiting from the quarry, and lucky for them, nobody actually going for an early camp onto them, considering that they always drop there.
Oh, Pure Skills, they're not doing great, but I think Few was the scout of the team. He always got caught up in between teams, and he's using motorcycles a bit risky with nothing to block or cover him at the time being. But it's a very fast vehicle, one of the fastest there is for you to get information for your team. But well then, looking at the terrain...
Oh no, don't do it, no!
There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
wait.
It's actually moving a bit.
Too late to apologize.
It's actually moving a bit for the last minute. Well, the rest of Onyx, they want to go for the route for the boat instead of going on land.
Yeah, Onyx and WoW has been doing very similar stuff here.
Yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Oh, wait for it. Evos might have to open fire against the Pure Skills QB with that QBZ. Want to go for a rotation here. They're swimming across the river, trying to get the angles right and maybe trying to get some information
Exactly, Chu.
across the team.
Exactly, Chu. QB is going to be using the QBZ to look for some kills here.
Are you
And they
trying to
are going to
make it
be...
a pun now?
I think they're going to kill off Evos in here. Despite that, Phil and Junkhead is kind of quite close in terms of friendship here. But they
QB.
might actually go and kill them with QB, using the QBZ.
QB and the Z.
Yeah.
Maybe should put a Z at behind of his name then.
Yeah.
Looking at Phil, trying to get the tunnel vision on Evos. The rest of the team will cover him up a little bit behind. He's trying to pass information, what really happening on that compound, what the rest of Evo's just gonna move and build, because it seems like they kind of have the judge that there's another team getting their back, so they don't want to risk it too early into the game, even though their loot are quite decent for both team right now.
Remember how important is it to actually prone without level 3 bags or level 2 bags here, because it sort of sticks out a little bit more and easier to spot.
Which one?
Having level 3 bags when you're proning. And I think previously in the seeding here, everyone was just taking off their bags and just going in towards the final circle,
that's late game, but
yeah,
sometimes you just put it next to you. Then.
Like, there was this one point where yesterday games where Golden Cat took that chicken dinner against Martin, where he actually got spotted out because of his level 3 bag. So I was a little bit surprised that he did not take it off in that match though.
Maybe he was saving it because all the first aids and the healing mats are inside. So in case they have to play the healing game, because he was the last circle, don't forget about that. So you need all the healing and utilities as much as you can, because the last circle is the most crucial one. It determines what builds and healing stuff you got most. But looking at Team Secret right now, they are being very safe as well. Oh, this is just crazy.
Oh, no.
The Kings getting themselves very, very good airdrop here.
And of course, based on the map as well, you can see Team Secret going to be tanking the circle a bit here. And they went for a greedy approach here. They actually looted up a little bit far off from Hati here and then going for a fatigue rotation here. And they still have a pathway towards the outskirts of Paradise where there's a dock there, a shorelines where they can actually exit here. But I'm a little bit concerned here because right now they have been on point with the rotations here. Is it are their predictions going to be spot on right now? That's the question.
Probably, but question is I think Team Secret is doing already adapted to the late rotation routine, because they're doing great the past day. But looking at their current state, those who are actually moving in between is not gonna doing great, because they're gonna bomb into a lot of teams just to get into the safe zone, while the rest of WAW are getting some information against Xavier's team across the river. Nate trying to get probably trying to bait some couple of shots to just expose himself a bit and get the attention for the opponent's team.
And of course here, speaking of Secret, like you said as well, I think this is the first time we actually see Secret need to push out in the map of Sandhawk, because yesterday's games, the circle was just favoring them. But are they going to be able to do it off? Because their rotations from Erangel was great, their Miramar was also okay. But this one, Sandhawk, is a little bit tough here because you at this stage of the tournament as well, third circle, fourth circle, despite how small the circle, you always expect all 16 teams to make it that far. And there's not really a lot of entry points, especially if you're rotating from the furthest corner of the circle.
And that's the thing, even though you rotate late, sometimes you just let all the other teams just fight themselves and put them on the battle royale situation where everybody just fight everybody. And then when you come in very late, which most of the team that get their chicken dinners do, you rotate late and take the advantage of the opportunity just going in with a lot of loot on you, while the rest of the team kind of exhausted and not having good equipment on them.
And currently Team Secret, they are going to be taking the fatigue phase here. Now making a move in towards the second circle here, but instead of moving east, they're actually moving even far west here. Interesting enough coming from Team Secret, but now let's take a look at the current situation where RRQ Athena is going to be going up, potentially getting scout out from X-Teamo, I guess, maybe. No?
Well, Rabies, I asked him yesterday how was the game. He said it's very hard for them, so they're trying to fight themselves up. But it's super hard with this situation as well. Look at NRG sandwich them with RRQ. They are kind of caught up in the middle for Xavier's. Look at that. Couple of shots been open, trying to get the taps down, but he didn't know there's actually RRQ getting the vision on them as well. Just waiting for the right time. The Molotov is been called
He
upon.
needs to be careful here because right now, Narrow Gaming, they're zoning off and all this mollies here is just giving a good side here for D2EX to actually go for a pickoff here. But at the same time, RRQ, I don't think they want to challenge this here. Away G trying to play the pick games here. Peekaboo, is the nades going to connect here? Rabies.
Oh no, they're not taking this fight for RQ. It's not worth their time. Probably just gonna build and find another compound and let these two to fight against each other. NRG is camping the side and not budging at all, while Rabies is being caught in the middle just with the cover of some smoke and tree. A big tree there.
And of course, RRQ, they have the information here. They know there's a couple of teams fighting right here, so they're going to be dodging here and trying to play the macro game here. But Rabies.
Away with just AKM trying to fire down up with a lot of spray being done, but it's not going to clip Rabies anytime soon. While the rest of the team NRG just going to focus on Rabies. They don't have any idea that the rest of Xavier's team is actually covering up Rabies, and he's actually the bait of the team.
This is going to be a tough one, Yuchu. Marwin going to be taking the 4-time scope here as he's going to try and pick off Rabies here. Unfortunately, the smoke does cover a lot of the vicinities here, and this is what I'm talking about. Team Secret taking a eastern approach, maybe even stretching towards the south side here. That's a pretty long approach here. But at the same time, now the circle is going to be closing up in towards the vicinities of Evos once again here. Ernie getting picked off here as Zooms takes a kill on towards RRQ.
Oh, look at that random taps going on for Zoom. He really is committed and wanted that kill for sure, but he's aiming at the wrong direction. Looking at the rest, RRQ, they've been pressured so bad down the hill, they might have to back off a little bit and going in retreat. Not doing great for the current state of their health. For the rest of RRQ is quite low at the time being.
The Kings of Sandhawk here, RRQ getting challenged here, and one of the fan favorites here, Ernie, getting picked off rather early as well at this stage of the game here. But Zooms, he's been talking about how he's been hiding his strategy for quite some time, and is he going to be able to pick off some of these teams here from side of RRQ? And are they going to be commit here? Because right now, they've already lost CZ on their end here from side of Purple Moon. And they are actually playing at the edge of the circle now.
Wow, look at this. RRQ is really committed to fight. Instead of going 3 up front, they are going for the flanks and segregated themselves amongst this tree. And G9 tried to get the tunnels done, while the rest of the team going for a totally different angle.
I like how G9 is just making noise here and then making sure that people come in and take a look here. As soon as they go for the bait here, they go for a rotate in towards the circle. However, now from the eastern side here, out near towards the quarry here, where VIP might go head-to-head against Box Gaming, with Box Gaming having the high ground advantage in the higher compound.
Heikel trying to hide himself against Box Gaming, proning in this very small wooden house. Trying to get the vision right, passing it back to the rest of the team, but it's just not possible. While we have another team coming out in the same vicinity, so they don't want to be taken advantage of being ambushed from the sides or the flanks, as they are too committed to this fight for two teams, VIP as well as Box.
Box gonna be looting a little bit more here. They're looking a little bit struggle here because they've lost one member apparently rather early here from the side towards Bigatron, I believe. And now Bigatron, they are playing the eastern side as well. The circle is still kind of at the edge here, so it's going to be a slow pusher for them. But the circle slowly but surely is going to be moving in and closing in. All these teams, they need to migrate in here. You can see gunfights after gunfights.
Will it be a Kobe? Almost, but then being blocked by a big stone there. Golden is very lucky. They're just going to build and just retreat for the time being. At the same time, trying to reposition themselves into a...
This is crazy coming from Golden Cat. They're going to be going for a huge flank towards the outer side of the circle just to finish off these teams here. And I don't think Udigan is expecting this coming from them. And Maxis, they see the guys from Jimboy. I don't think Jimboy scouts is out, but here comes a shot coming in near Udigan. They know where Golden Cat is right now.
Maxis coming up from the flanks as well, while the rest of the team is just in front of him. He's being the trying to cover them. Well, there you go. One knock for Yudu Gang. There it goes by Maxis from the flanks. And it seems like they are being pressured by the blue as well. Jimboy is struggling, crawling to his team, getting the revive soon. Well, there you go. And one needs to be tossed. Will it be a Kobe?
That's going to be a jump nade here. It's a little bit too far off here as Manpower not going to be able to pick them off. And G-Boys get finished off from Naris. Manpower tries to go for the finish off, but unfortunately won't be able to pick that off here. He's going to be proning into the circle here, but Naris is going to try and gatekeep and make life miserable here from the side of Manpower. But circle hurts. The circle hurts. Is it going to be a nice Kobe here?
Goodness, that's a nice nade. Oh, we're going to switch into without the AW fighting against Xavier right now, right in the blue. But look at Zico and that shot. They're all one down for WAW. Kupao is being knocked here. Savior trying to go for one more. They are super greedy. They're not going for the safe zone yet. They are really committed to this fight. Dasher trying to get a better angle. Nay! One more knock for Dasher. This guy is crazy.
There's going to be a great start here coming from Xavier team, but right now there's still 16 teams alive here and 24 seconds left before the circle pushes up even further up in towards the center of the circle. But wow, they're taking some serious fire here. Chupao is down, Nei as well, but JRX and Takanomi is all down towards them here, and the circle, Zico, we have a huge flank. Can he go for a spray down? Wow, it's going to be in some trouble. Zico gets one, and now Taka is juking his way through.
Whoa,
can he go for a flank? Zico!
That was so close!
Zico!
Amazing skills! JRX still holding it in for the rest of the team of Saviors, and WAW only have one more man left. It's 1 versus 1 while Zico is on his knees. They are trying to revive as the blue actually pressuring them. Deadshot's gonna go in. JRX trying to apply the bandage. Can he make it on time? Deadshot going for flanks.
No.
This is gonna face
Deadshot.
on.
Deadshot.
And there it goes! Won by WAW! That was a nice control by JRX in the nick of time.
But the damage has been done here coming from WoW. They've lost so many members here and they need to make a run into the circle here. However, from the eastern side here, VIP splitting their compounds to try and pick up even more members here. Box is going to be taking a chill pill here, but Bigatron, they're taking some serious fire here as Natic is getting knocked as of now.
Nick going in for the area of Corey, if I'm not mistaken, while the rest of VIP trying to get on into a better position while owning its pressure in the north side. There goes one knock from Matthew, and it seems that they might want to go for another one. There goes, he's trying to reposition himself for a better view, but the rest of owning is really, really low right now.
Good call, good shot there coming from Matthew here, buying a little bit of time for the rest of the teams for Onyx here to pick themselves up. VIP, they have to regroup themselves here because right now, Onyx, they are going to go for the push here as they are going to play towards Corey sector here. This is going to be a death trap for the eastern side of the teams though.
Oh, they might lose a couple of casualties here and there, but the rest of Onyx still okay. Managed to just heal in the nick of time while VIP being pressured by multiple angles here. We're looking at Bigatron and we have Box at the same time too.
Onyx, they're going to be taking a chill pill right now. They know there's Box as well as VIP in the vicinities, but they do not know exactly how many teams are around them here. They do not have much cover.
That pixel shot, crazy by Heigl. Straight away finish him off. That's a nice tap there.
4 kills here coming from VIP. They held this compound for quite some time now, and they're doing a lot of work towards the eastern teams who's trying to rotate in here. But the next circle is going to be closing in very shortly here. But the circle, no.
This is a very punishing circle. Look at that. The only team that's inside the safe zone around the quarry area is just NRG, while the rest of Owning is still struggling against VIP. They have to go themselves into the safe zone while the blue is pushing in, while Box is struggling as well.
This is going to be a death trap here for all these teams in the eastern side here. There's no way they're going to be able to rotate through the quarry in 20 seconds time. They need to finish up now. It's now or never because they are getting desperate for all these teams here. But Onyx, they are going to try and get some kills and gatekeep VIP in this rotation here because the southern side is going to be the closest for them to walk on mainland instead of through quarry themselves.
Looking at the other side of the map, we have Evo's Foxy trying to go against Illuminate, challenging them. We have another team around the corner as well. Look at this. Godard is just being sneaky coming out from the flanks and behind. He's super, super smart at this current state. But we have somebody else in between, which is not being caught up yet. We have a lot of team coming up in this compound now. They have to pass through here in case they want to get into the safe zone. So there you go. He managed to get one. Godard is very low right now. There's a lot of damage being taken out.
He's out in the open here. Otto, he's just proning away through. He doesn't want to shoot him here, and that's a risky play coming from Illuminate the Murder. Goddard, he might get picked off here. However, all these teams, they want to play the same game. Horizon!
Oh, that's a beautiful spray by Victor. And looking at this! Vil being punished back severely, but the rest of Pure Skills just gonna march out with the rest of Elas being covered. Going for Evos.
Jughead getting pinned pretty hard here. Elas going for a spray down, but they do not see Jaxi. But Jaxi gets picked off from the side from QB and Pure Skills. All this team, it is a massacre. And Jughead, bye-bye. You are gonna be going to the lobby because why? Pure Skills is in the game here. VIP, they're doing fantastically here, and they managed to come in for the rotation here. Malaysia team going to be picking up a fight here. Yakuza managed to delay the rest of the team from the eastern side, and now they managed to crawl their way in towards this next circle. But 11 teams still remain though, Chu.
Looking at the current state, you again just gonna play the healing game while Victim still have another person, Banyu, alive. Martin trying to get the rights done while the rest of the team is already gone except for Godard, and Martin is left for the rest of Illuminate. Well, RQ still have probably, is it only D2E left, or no, still just one down for G9 is already gone, but the rest of RQ is still alive. And well, we have 4 men for Pure Skills, high advantage there, but NRG is kind of in the low grounds. The rest of Onyx is still being pressured by VIP.
The circle here, you can see Banyu being all by himself here. He's the only one left from side of Victim here. Can he gatekeep the rest of the teams here? VIP, they're going to try and pick a fight with everyone. They have the high ground advantage, but at the same time, they do not know how many people are around them though.
Jumper trying to get it right for the rest of the team are covering him. They have some smokes pop here and there to make sure they got covered, but Illuminate is pressuring VIP. On the other side, Onyx is pressuring them as well. Look at that spray. RQ kind of trying to get on Pure Skill's head, but it's not going to hit anytime soon. Returning the damage. Alat's trying to get a pistol shot done, but it's not going to hit anybody yet just yet. G9 have to retreat for the time because there's too much people on Pure Skills.
D2E getting picked off from side RQ here, but Pure Skills, they're 4-man healthy. They're going to try to finish off here. But Senior going for a lucky save here. Sinbi almost got clipped off here, but Senior, he needs to save up his ammo a little bit here. He doesn't have to back. He's going to try to play the prone game though. View trying to find out Senior here, but unfortunately won't be able to see anyone though. But they are at the edge of the circle, so they have this small rock here, which provides a little bit of cover, but not that great though.
That's a random blind shot there just now. While looking at Victim, he's the only person left. While Illuminate, Godard is in the same state there. While looking at this, Onyx, NRG is fighting head on. This is very ballsy for Sky. He's the only person in this area. Looking, trying to get Awayji. Going down for Mawin. There's one more to go. And will he get it? But been finished by Awayji instead.
Narrow Gaming here doing fantastic here. We've talked about how the Thai teams are starting to bury their fangs here and how aggressive they can be. But now we're down to the last 6 teams here. Pure Skill, VIP, Team Secret, Narrow Gaming, Victim, as well as RRQ. But Banyu is going to get scouted out from the side of Banby here. But the tank is girl. Where are you looking, Banyu? Banby? Banby?
There you go. That's where he's looking at from Banby. Got one knock and straight away wiped one team out of the game. And we still have NRG now. And the rest of RRQ, it's very segregated. Looking at Laz, he's going to just charge right and finish of one of RRQ Senior and still have one more to go.
G9 is going to be the only one left alive from side RRQ, and he definitely spots out Alas pushing in this rotation here. Haikal gets finished off from the side of Narok though. They're down to the last 2 guys. Benvi forced to prone his way through, but the circle is ticking really quickly. He's gonna die. He manages. No, he downs. He gets knocked.
What was he thinking? Going straight, charging in right there, fighting against all the teams that's already camping out their way. Looking at G9, trying to get Pure Skill still. He's 1 versus 3. Oh my goodness.
G9 is down for the count, ladies and gentlemen. RRQ in the 4th place here, but VIP still somehow manages to survive from the Malaysian squad here. Now Philippines, Malaysia, and Thailand. Narok Gaming on the lower ground in the vicinities here. Pure Skill taking the high ground with 3-man advantage, and VIP, they need to pick off the rest of the members here. I don't think Jumper wants to risk this though.
VIP don't have to budge. They are right in the middle of the circle where the rest of them really need to go and advance forward. There you go, clip a little bit, almost hit it, but it's still not a Kobe. We're waiting while the rest of few. And alas, Pure Skills trying to segregate themselves, getting a sandwich for their VIP team. But it's just so hard with NRG in between as well.
Last 3 teams available. They are playing the pro game. Pure Skills taking a chill pill as of now.
Oh my goodness, floating straight inside the World's Division. And one more being taken down. NRG is on the fire, but Pure Skills.
Jumper! Jumper! What a cluster from Jumper!
Crazy!
Jumper!
Then it seems that Wage is fighting off Jumper.
1v1! Where are you looking? VIP! Jumper!
That was crazy control! He was the only person wiping off everybody in the map.
Oh my god! Astaga Chuchu Jumper with that clutch! How is that even possible?
Wow, he was so come to the end of the game and managed to get that kills and managed to get chicken in the last minute. He was one person fighting so many people.
Jumper, Jumper, Jumper! He waited for the right moment. He clutched his way through. That is going to be the 2nd chicken dinner for Victorous in play here. How in God's name did they pull that off from that Eastern Death Trap in Quarry, don't you? Oh my lord.
He's really, really good in terms of that control of the barrel in the last minute of the game. I don't know.